Hello, this is Don Ames again with another Guess What's in the Picture. What we're looking at here is a gas hot water heater. Yep, it's a gas hot water heater, but it's had the side of it cut out so we can actually look inside. Let me point out a few things. First of all, we have the outer jacket, which covers up this layer of insulation. And then we have the inner jacket, which is a heavier metal lining that contains the water. This center portion is where the flue gases escape from the gas burner, and this piece of metal in here is twisted so the flue gases kind of turn and twist as it comes up to go on out the flue pipe, which has been removed and not in the picture. This is our hot water outlet, so we would have a pipe attached to this, and the hot water from the water heater would leave this pipe and go to the house. This is our cold water inlet, so we would have a pipe hooked on here, and the cold water then is brought and deposited towards the bottom of the hot water heater. Getting a little farther back, we can see the whole water heater and how the center flue gases get turned before they leave. We've got two ways that the burner, the gas burner at the bottom, heats up the water, and one is the flame is striking the plate at the bottom of the water heater, and also the flue gases, as they heat up the center channel, also heat the water. The question often is raised, does it make sense, since we already have insulation in the water heater, whether it does any good to add insulation to the outside of it? And yes, it still currently can, and it can make your hot water heater even more energy efficient by adding additional insulation to the outside of your water heater. It's a little easier to add insulation to the outside of an electric water heater. On a gas one, you have to be careful not to cover the valve or the inspection port that lets you look into the burners. And of course, we need to keep the insulation back away from the top, where there is the induction port that allows fresh air to enter from the top and go up the flue pipe with the flue gases. But the first thing you need to do before you insulate a hot water heater with additional insulation is to read the sticker that is on the hot water heater. If it says to not add additional insulation to their hot water heater, then it should not be done. Let's take a closer look at this gas valve. Here we have our on-off button, and this red button is our pilot light starting button. To depress it to start the pilot light. And then we have our thermostat, or our temperature setting valve. Here we see warm and hot over here, but you see this long mark here, this extra long mark just above the warm? That is probably the place where we should set our hot water heater temperature initially in order to see if it's the correct temperature. This should be our 120 degree mark, and that's where we want our hot water set at, is at 120 degrees to be the most energy efficient. So this valve should be turned just a little bit so this red mark here lines up with the little longer dash here for energy efficiency. I hope you enjoyed this Guess What's in the Picture. This has been Don Ames, and this is a gas hot water heater. Have yourself an energy efficient day.